Hello and welcome to new What actually. But if you're new to the channel, uh, this is not my idea actually. I didn't come up with this, and I wouldn't have gotten or haven't gotten this much ideas from it. Any of most of the nearly all of the ideas for this What If have I not gotten at all. At least like the background and stuff like that, descriptions. But the story, I will go like it will be how I make it because um, I like I see here, there aren't much of a they're just background and not much of a story, but I can make a story of it. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm talking about a person uh, who has been commenting on pretty much nearly every single What If Deck was Sans parts. So I think I'm very thankful for all your inspirations and all your ideas and stuff like that. I appreciate it very much. So, and I'm just gonna say, um, his now and thanks for confirmation that that you're a boy. I didn't know if you're a boy or a girl, so I didn't want to like um, be like off, uh, off. The word. Sorry if you're new. I'm not English ain't my first language, so words are a bit here and there. Sometimes they come and sometimes they don't. But I didn't want to offend you. There's the word. For if you were a girl or boy. So, but yeah. But thank you for everything. And it's Christian White who is the one who has given this idea. And I have tweaked a few things, not a lot. Like I think I said in part 7, and I forgot about that it was part 7. So I said a few things that I didn't mean to, or I, I meant it, but like I said it at the wrong time. I should have said it on the last part, like part 6 instead of 7, because I said if each what if goes to part 7, the next upload or video I make is a new what if, because then it will be a bit like just the same all the time, and I want to have a bit diversity. So yeah, but because I have now uh, a bit more control of like everything on my channel and stuff like that, I have a bit more ideas and no, not ideas, but like control, like I said, and I can look more efficient. So yeah, and most of this part is like introduction, I guess. For this what if, like a bit of background, a bit how everything will work, and the ship has already been decided from Christian White. Again, thank you for telling the ship, because if you didn't say any ship, I would probably not do a ship. But you will probably be disappointed in the ship because I am not good with ships, like you've mostly seen. Everyone probably has seen in my videos or what ifs. I am not good with ships at all, and I will talk for a bit like this, not about the what if, so you can skip to like maybe 7. Then I'm done talking, or before, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, this part will just be background and stuff like that. Yeah, and most of this, like, I'm have my comments here, so, and I have like everything he wrote, and like from the to the what if right here, so it's kind of like a script, I guess. Um, so I know what I need I should put up in, and I have changed like I guess the star sense is like and best is not I, but it's not fully my idea, but he told me some stuff and like of the idea of making star senses actually the bad ones, and bad senses just misunderstood. So yeah, and I hope the sound is about much better. I turned up like my mic like a bit higher, so I hope you don't. No one needs to put my the volume to max to just to hear me. But on the 7th, I had a bit of excuse because I was very tired. I had like just been at the like gymnastic class, and we had the strength training. So I was quite tired, but I'm a bit much better now, though I haven't gotten that much of a good sleep tonight. But yeah, now I'll next week I'll probably stream as well. So yeah, now that's I think pretty much it. Oh, and the ship is Dust Fell Sands, but but there will be a girl, so it kind of like uh, another AU from the normal Dust Sands, no Dust Fell Sands. It will be a girl AU from that. So yeah, but I have wasted enough of your time. If you listened through everything that, congratulations. But yeah, now let's get into the what if. Now, if you don't know who Dust Sans is, Dust Sans is basically Sans, but he kind of turned, I don't know, most people say he turned insane and he's the bad guy and everything, but in this what if he isn't fully the bad guy, he's like a bit, but not fully. And he will have two personalities. Just gonna say that. This is a sane part, even though it doesn't fully look like that. But that was the most sane picture of Dust Sans I could find. That he didn't like look insane and stuff. So best picture I could find, and yeah, I have more pictures of like the other ones in this. So yeah. Now, if you, I'll explain the sense backstory for the for those who don't know. But Dust Sans, he uh, basically Sans who got tired of the recess and Frisk killing everyone all the time, so he kind of went insane, but he didn't fully because he never wanted to kill the monsters, but he had no choice. In this right part here, I am reading off the comments. So he never wanted to kill monsters because he had no choice, and it was the only way he knew he could get stronger quickly and stop Frisk from killing monsters. And it did make him a bit crazy first, because not only did he not want to kill monsters, he especially didn't want to kill, and the thing that pushed him off the edge was killing Toriel and Papyrus, because those are the ones he's most close to. Yeah, and he will, like first here, he will he will become he is crazy, but when he is reborn as Deku, he will be not crazy really, just have like a thing that ticks him off. It becomes like kind of say insane, but not fully. He is still in control and he's sane, but he looks insane and stuff like that, and he's fairly scary. have a picture for it, and I'm just say, none of these pictures are mine. I don't take credit for any of these pictures. The only credit I take is from putting text on the thumbnails. That's the only thing I do on the pictures. And I think the name of the artist is on top of the art to the left, top left. So if that's the one who's the artist, go check him out. I think if he made this, it's pretty good, and I guess he's a pretty good artist as well. So check him out if that's the one. But I don't know. I just searched on Google. So yeah. But of course, but just gonna look here. Oh, and despite for his insanity, he's a bit smarter than the classic, like the one we see in Undertale Sans. A bit smarter, not like the whole, not like he's the smartest in the whole world and over 5,000 IQ or something. Not like that. I think that was a bit over dramatic, but he's like, let's say classic Sans has an IQ of 175. Then we say Dusk Sans have a IQ of 185, just 10 more IQ. Not to make him like stupidly smart, but a bit smarter, because Classic Sans is still pretty smart, but making him a bit smarter. So, alright, now, just gonna see here. Okay, that's pretty much the end of that, but, where is it? Just looking for if you said something about him. No. Alright then. I guess there were no. Right, then I have to do this on my own then. Alright. Dust, of course, like in pretty much all Undertale I use, they die again. But this time, before he dies, he takes something from, he absorbs, let's say, the seventh soul. I think this six human souls are already captured, so he's gonna take 6 souls and absorb them. But because of this, and I'm gonna say, I think he said it as well. I can't fully find it here, but the Undertale and My Hero Academia universe are the same thing. So yeah, now but the Undertale like timeline is far behind. So when Frisk kills Dust Sans, when she kills him and she goes out or right when she kills him, or like stabbed him and stuff like that, she normally would just reset after that, but she can't. She finds out she can't reset anymore. She's lost the reset button and everything. And she looks at Sans. Oh, shit. Sorry, I had a pen in my hand, just so I can do something with my hands. But yeah. Now, she looks at him and she thinks, like, what it happened right when I stabbed him? Because she didn't realize that he took the souls and absorbed them. And if you're wondering how he took them, don't ask. Let's just say plot armor, alright? But yeah. Um, Now we go to. And no, we don't. It's not a time skip or anything, but because he absorbed those souls, he still dies, but the souls are still merged with his soul, and this monster soul is kind of like in dormant, I guess you can say, and his skeleton form is still like there, but or you know what? I'm gonna have like a new thing, but when first goes out to side barrier because she can't reset anymore, she just gives up on that because she was getting bored either way. Um, Sans he because he absorbed souls, he has enough energy to walk out of the barrier, and he goes towards like let's say near the city. Yeah, like from this, of course, the city is not big, like as big as the in canon, just small. So Sans he goes there and he lies down, and after a while, because of snow and earth shifting, he becomes buried on the ground. And he's dormant. He is technically dead, but his soul is still alive. It's still here. It hasn't broken. It's nothing. And that is because of the human souls keeping him alive, like the soul alive. And after like let's say one, because I think the My Hero Academia universe is kind of like, I'm gonna say 1,000 years in the future than the like 2021. So now I think it's actually 500, but I'm gonna make it 1,000, just because, just so that it's a bit easier for like it to seem like he actually stayed on the ground for a very long time. And while he was on the ground, he talked with the human souls, and they kind of like was like a therapy, a therapist to him. They talk through his problems, like because they can talk, and they kind of like a mind space, I guess. They can talk in, um, and they are kind of like his therapist. He becomes less insane, and but he still have this like second personality, I guess. Like some things tick him off, where he becomes this. I know it's not the best picture, but it was kind of like the best one that I can see, like, which is kind of scary, I guess. Other than that, it was just like these kind of pictures, not like, but not him crying. A few of them were crying and stuff like that. I fully didn't like it, even though this is more detail to it. Um, I wanted this to be the same one because it is the most one who looks like he's sane. So, yeah. No. Alright, sorry. Mm, Now, here we go to 1,000 years later or so. About 1,000 years later, where it is, where they are beginning to, where they have already began to expand, and they dig where Sans is buried. And I'm just gonna say Sans because I don't want to say Dust Sans all the time, and it's a bit easier. Remember, and when he becomes Izuku or Izuku Midoriya or Deku, I'll still call him. I will call him Deku or Sans, and not Dust Sans or anything. I will just call him Dust Sans when he is saying his like name to the bad senses or anything like that. But yeah. Now, and I'm just gonna say, the bad guys or the bad senses like Nightmare, these people, pretty much have been watching over him, And the reason they haven't taken part is because they fully can't yet. Um, I don't know why, but they can't just yet like intervene. Like because if they intervene with this new timeline, they may destroy it, and they don't want to have their old friend destroyed. Because if the timeline, this timeline and AU is destroyed, it destroys the Sans and everyone in it. So they don't want to destroy him. But yeah, and the dude Dust Sans has already been created, but he won't be any part of anything. And he won't have any memories of the band Sans or AUs or anything. So, and Dust Sans have no way to communicate with him. The only way, and they will come in later, like many years later, like when he's about 8 over like 28, 18 to 20 years old. So that's when they will come in. So we can go away from them for now, but just remember they're looking over him. And I'm gonna say, he also said that Error isn't really part of the band senses. He's just a good friend with Nightmare, which technically makes him an ally. So yeah, because he does his own thing. That ain't my idea. That's Christian White again. Idea. So just want to point that out. I don't think it's really important, but because he will still be a big part of this. So, or at least the part. But yeah. Now, and I forgot to say, Dust Fell Sans also all. And then I mean the female one is a part of band senses, the bad guys or bad group. I don't know what they call them. Probably the bad guys, just that really. But yeah. I'm sorry. I woke up like a few hours ago, like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't know. I wake up very early. I don't know when I woke up really. I woke up like 6 p.m. Yes, 6 p.m. So, yeah. But yeah, watching over them, stuff like that. Now they dig up a ground for buildings, a road and stuff like that, and they find the skeleton, and they take him in and for scanning and like, because his skeleton is perfectly fine, nothing's wrong with it. It's still the white collar, everything is intact, nothing is broken. So they think it may be like a new one, but even then there would be some like this color of it, like tiny mud and feature like bacteria and stuff like that. When they gave them to a lab, like scientists and stuff like that, they see that there's not a single bacteria on him, not a single one, and they find out that his bones is over 1,000 years old, and maybe even over 2,000 or 3,000 years old, 5,000 even. Because I'm gonna say, because reset happens so much, his bones get older and older and older, but his body doesn't get older. Just his bones get older. So yeah, they are surprised at this. Oh, sorry, I just felt I was not gonna sneeze. So, but yeah, and they're pretty like they don't know how his skeleton is still like this, and they try to identify him with DNA and stuff like that, but it's not a single person has somewhat close to his DNA. Not a single person in the world or history, nothing. So they're wondering where he came from, and how he is down there, and how he was even the skeleton was uh, this in this condition for so long. So they'll try and figure out that, but while they're trying to figure that out, Sans and the human souls are seeing this, and they say to get together that maybe they could kind of like reincarnate or take over someone's body because of they're pretty much just a soul in an empty shell, and the shell will always be there until they get a new body, and then it will become dust. So, and they think about it, and they do this. They leave the body and begin to roam around a bit. We go to a time skip to 1 year, just 1 year. They have gone around Old Town until there's again. They had gone around town searching for someone who's dead or nearly dead, but they found nothing. Nothing that at least they would like to have. And then they go to a hospital, which one of the human souls got idea of, to check the hospital if any babies or anyone is nearly dying, to see if we can take those. So they go to the hospital, and we go to pregnant Inko, and I don't know if he should have a father. You know what? I'm gonna say he has a father, but he is overseas again, and because the father is very important. But yeah, now they see Inko giving birth, so they take over Zuko's body. Now Zuko's soul is still in there, still even if Sans is there, and the other human souls. So now basically, it's just that Sans absorbs Zuko's soul, Zuko's or Deku's original soul. He absorbs that. That's kind of and because he absorbed that, he kind of gets a bit of his personality, not fully, not like he's like Zuko, just a tiny bit of him. That's kind of what makes him a bit more like sane. So yeah. And thus this now Sans is born again as a human, and Sans will be able to choose form from 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 the human and the skeleton form. Sorry, I kind of lost focus. Yeah, there. But yeah. And does it Sans? No, Sans is born. Does it Sans? No. Sans is reborn as Deku, or Izuku Midoriya. That's basically his backstory about how he became Deku, and if you like this backstory, most at least a few of these like the backstory is from Christian White, so thank you for that. But like the traveling soul and burying him on the ground and how he died and how he's soaked his soul was my idea. I think so because as I've read here a few times before, I haven't seen him gotten in written that, so I'm just saying that it's none of us. Let's say that, but yeah, that's the story of how he became Deku. He then wrote, but just like in the background of the dust Sans. So, well, this is that. This is the first part of what if Deku was what if Dust Sans was reborn as Deku. Now, if you want me to continue this, hit that like button, and if subscribe if you want. Comment down below if you have any more what if ideas, or if you have more ideas for like storyline on this. Tell me in the comments, and I will see if I can put them in. Because of Christian White, I have a bit of like a tiny storyline, or I don't know if it's tiny, but kind of big, I guess. But yeah, thank you for all your support that I've been getting. I know it's not very a lot like other creators, but still, just a small comment saying hi or anything really helps me a lot actually. It makes my day, really. But yeah, and it's kind of helping with the YouTube algorithm as well. So, at least I think so. I don't fully remember. But yeah, that's this for this part. Hope you enjoyed, and oh, and I made this video on Sunday. So, because I was bored, so, but I will still make one on Monday, or when this video comes out on today, I guess. I'll still make one, but I just wanted to like make one because I was bored. I didn't have anything to do. Yeah, that's pretty much all. And I'll maybe stream. I'll have probably streamed already. Yesterday, I guess. If we're here talking like like me in the future. But yeah, that's it for this part. Like I said, if you want more, leave a like, subscribe, comment. Yeah, hope you have a nice day.